I recently acquired an old wristwatch. It's from the 1940s when gold was scarce, which gives it a defiant kind of grandeur. It's like a glimmer of hope from a time when war still tore even though it was over, a time when my granny had just lost her lover. We don't actually know what happened because she doesn't like to remember. She prefers to keep up with time as it paces and let the past slowly become faded. It's like she says, not every minute has to be savoured. It's August. Manhattan's summer is in full force and I'm browsing old watches where 47th meets 4th. And I probably examine about 100, but I return to buy the first. It's funny, isn't it? Sometimes all of the choices just help us realise what our instincts are worth. A good purchase from a good man named Boris, who I really liked. He was dishevelled, but his eyes were piercingly honest. Now, the internet says that I probably paid about $150 over, but matters of the heart are hard to measure. Like, how much would you pay for a wife? If you love her, then surely anything is a fair price, and this marvel of mechanics has been counting seconds for 6 decades. It is perpetually present. It just watches as all the other things change. There's a kind of confidence that only comes with age. Let's be thankful that youth is just a phase. For old time's sake, this old watch was bought with old money, earned by my dead grandpa, preaching good news to the poor, but handed to me by his faithful wife, who spent herself bringing forth life, by his side since 1951, when this old watch was still young. Human history. It's a battle to maintain momentum, and this watch still fights the forces of friction with its soft, rhythmic breath. It keeps a handle on time, although a little loosely these days. Sometimes it has to pause for a rest. Meanwhile, Granny stands 90 years strong, proudly awaiting the arrival of her 4th generation, heavy in my sister's womb. Grandpa is resting in the tomb. I wear the pair of them deep in my chest, in my pulsing blood, in my rising breath, and the snippets of their stories that I can clench in my fist are more precious than any gold I could strap to my wrist.